This edition of Radio Stone Update is sponsored by Quantra, manufacturers of quartz surfaces made with up-to-the-minute Italian technology in yet another brand new state-of-the-art factory. Learn more at www.quantra.in. This is Emerson Schwarzkopf. Kay Shipper is off this week, so I'm stepping in with a special edition of Radio Stone Update. Let's find out more about the major stone show that's yet to happen in 2022, Marmomac in Verona, Italy, during the last week of September. It's an annual show that draws tens of thousands of members of the natural stone trade, including more than a few coming in from the United States. Marmomac isn't the biggest trade event for stone. That's the Xiamen Stone Fair in China, which coincidentally is happening this week. Getting through China's strict protocols to combat COVID-19, however, makes it almost impossible for most of the worldwide stone industry to attend. Not so with Marmomac, however. While the event went exclusively online for 2020, it reopened the gates last fall to an in-person trade show and drew a respectable crowd of 30,000 visitors, with almost half coming from outside Italy. Despite major entry rules from the Italian government that ban travel from important stone countries such as Brazil and India. That's not the case this year, as Italy's opened up its borders to visitors without testing and proof of vaccination. And while it may seem a bit late in the game to start lining up international travel, this might be the year to consider hopping the Atlantic and attending Marmomac. There's a benefit for 2022 that you might not see again, and I'll get into that a little later, along with some ideas on getting there. First, however, let's get some background on Marmomac from Carlotta Di Coloredo, who's part of Verona Fiere, the event facility that also produces the show. First of all, how many companies will be exhibiting at Marmomac, and where are those companies based?
1,000 companies and 43 countries represented. It's going to be 46% from Italy and 21% from the rest of Europe. This is the percentage more or less. So we are still selling some spaces, so it's going to changing in the next month. We won't see China because of their COVID policies and restrictions. There won't be all the companies we used to see in the past at Marmomac. Hall 8 is going to be closed this year because that was a place where China was exhibiting in the past. There will be some companies from China, but they are the companies that have branches or subsidiaries here in Europe.
And from those exhibitors, there's going to be a lot of natural stone as it makes up the majority of products exhibited.
The percentage is 50% of stone materials, so blocks, slabs, whatever, and 36 is devoted to machinery and tooling. So the rest are services, publishing companies that are not really connected with the stone, but they are in the business.
Make no mistake, Marmomac is a stone show. You'll find a few quartz surfaces peppered into the exhibit mix, but the focus is on granite, marble, and a full variety of other natural stone. Marmomac is a showcase for materials and machinery, but Di Coloredo explains that the event is also looking to encourage creativity with stone use and attract designers.
We are trying to change our focus because we are going from only business to education and design more. So we are working to create a good environment for designers to find inspiration with companies that maybe brand well-known, renowned companies that are manufacturing something with stone. We are studying how to connect the seriality of their creation with the use of stone. That is, we know that is difficult to find, to give seriality to stone. We stimulate companies to create something different with stone that can go to the mainstream public. We are working with machinery, with universities, studying the use of stone in the landscape design. So we are trying to focus more on application and give designers and architects inspiration to use the stone more and more.
Trade shows worldwide are still dealing with lingering after effects of the pandemic. It's still not quite the same as before, with events trying to find a way back after going dark during the lockdown. Last year's Marmomac provided plenty of challenges, including the need to check all attendees for vaccination certificates and their body temperatures, as well as admission tickets and passes. The surprising success in attracting 30,000 in 2021 is providing plenty of optimism for this year.
Can say that last year we weren't expecting such a good revenue, such a good environment, good spirit at the fair, and they were very happy, and they surely want to repeat that experience this year as well. Yeah, it was our first exhibition, our first international exhibition in 2 years, and it was fantastic to see such a joyful spirit. Everybody was so happy to meet and to just talk and just to shake hands.
It's also a place where attendees from the United States are welcome. It's an experience that's different than trade events on this side of the Atlantic, and it's not because of the sheer size.
The quality of a relationship that this trade show had to develop are so different from what happens in other countries. Maybe it's the Italian lifestyle that makes this so different. Furthermore, Verona is also a city of art, well known all around the world, and that offers maybe one of the best Italian experiences. So if anybody is coming from overseas, would find something very, very interesting for them. And the exhibition center is in town. You can walk to the town center and walk to the arena or the main historic places that we have. So that's something that you maybe won't find anywhere else.
Language doesn't pose as much of a barrier as you might think. It's a rare exhibitor that comes without English-speaking support, and Marmomac's extensive lineup of presentations offers real-time translations.
All the contents are available in English here at the fair. There are simultaneous translations going on for each event. And all the talks and meetings are also available on streaming on Marmomac Plus, our platform that goes on the web all the year long. So you can find all the contents from last year, so from this year, and everything is translated in English, even if the talk is up in Italian.
So maybe going to Marmomac just might start to sound interesting to get a bigger outlook on the business. If you're thinking about attending, DeColoredo thinks there's a great place to start. Marmomac Plus, the online segment of the event.
That Marmomac Plus is the tool that could help all attendees to get the most out of Marmomac. It is an evolution of the catalog, but it also contains projects, application, materials, tools, chemical, whatever, machinery, and you can find there what you will find also at the fair. So you can chat, connect with the exhibitors and build your agenda in advance. So on a portal, you can find everything you're going to find at Marmomac 2. If you download the app by September, it's going to be completely developed, and you can download the last update. It's going to contain all the events, the tool to build the agenda, and all the possibility of interaction with the exhibitor at Marmomac. So you can create your agenda, both business and cultural. And that's the best tool, I believe, to help prepare in advance.
You can find Marmomac Plus at marmomacplus.com. Marmomac is also trying to make it easier for long-distance travelers to fit the show in their schedules and maybe get a bit more appreciation of that Italian lifestyle.
Marmomac is going to be held from Tuesday to Friday instead from Wednesday to Saturday, and that will help visitors to spend some more time here in Italy on the weekend. It's a wonderful destination, and maybe it's going to be helpful traveling better for abroad. That is a major change for us.
This edition of Radio Stone Update is sponsored by Quantra, manufacturers of the world's toughest, most beautiful quartz surfaces made with up-to-the-minute Italian technology, in yet another brand new state-of-the-art factory. Quantra's quartz surfaces come in over 80 stunning designs in 3 sizes with every customization possible. Choice of thickness, cut-edge profiles, polished, super-honed, brushed and other finishes, from slabs to cut-to-size countertops and all the way to prefabs. You name it, Quantra does it. And now, Quantra launches the world's first range of seamless, one-piece molded quartz sinks and basins, made with Quantra's own exclusive proprietary technology, unique in all the world. Speed, quality, commitment, that's Quantra. To know more about the world of Quantra, come visit www.quantra.in.
As someone who's been there numerous times, I can tell you nothing beats going to Marmomac to get a real sense of the stone trade. It's devoted exclusively to stone, and the ability to see everything, the different stone varieties, the full breadth of machinery, the tooling, and talk directly with manufacturers and suppliers gives you knowledge to make better decisions back home in the shop. So why try for 2022, especially when any travel information out there highlights high airfares and major airport meltdowns? The answer is the euro. Compared to this time last year, the universal currency of the European Union is down nearly 20% in value and occasionally trades at par, 1-to-1, with the US dollar. This is an exchange rate that last occurred 20 years ago. And that strong dollar can offer benefits in the price of a room, a pizza, or a CNC. That change also takes some of the sting out of the high lodging rates in Verona that occur during major trade events. An answer for this is to usually stay in the next closest large city, but that happens to be Bologna, where the even larger worldwide tile event of Circe is taking place at the same time as Marmomac and experiencing the same high lodging costs. However, if you're willing to forego the usual hotel scene, alternative lodging provided through Airbnb, VRBO, Booking.com, and other websites can still turn up some good options. You may still need to learn how to negotiate local bus routes and the Italian train system, but that's part of the lifestyle experience. Unfortunately, the euro price break doesn't necessarily come with airfares, although the late September dates for Marmomac should put you past the summer tourist glut in main European airports. Verona's Villafranca Airport, also called Valerio Catullo, offers somewhat limited connections with the United States and will likely involve a Star Alliance carrier, Lufthansa or United, to get you to Germany with a quick connecting hop on Lufthansa's Air Dolomiti regional service. The choices expand when considering the next biggest international airport, Bologna, with even more flights by choosing Rome's Leonardo da Vinci Airport. And that's where Italy's medium and long-distance rail network can get you to Marmomac. Both Bologna and Rome feature light rail service direct from airports to main train stations. High-speed trains can get you to Verona in less than an hour from Bologna and 3 to 4 hours from Rome. Booking Italian train tickets isn't the mysterious process understood only by travel agents anymore. It's easy to do online as long as you know the names of the central stations in each city, and by the way, that's Porto Novo in Verona, Bologna Centrale in Bologna, and Rome Termini in Rome. The national train line, Trenitalia, and its competitor, Italo, have online booking, in English, that's fairly simple and often involves getting tickets stored on your mobile phone. An independent online booking service, Omio, or omio.com, can find discounted fares. And you can wing it by buying tickets at automated kiosks at the stations. All offer English options for operation. International travel may still be an adventure at times, but the experience of Marmomac and Verona is worth the time, the effort, and the cost to open your eyes wider to the stone industry. And if you decide to take the big leap and go, I'll see you there. And I'll let a pre-recorded and well-missed Kay Shipper wrap things up.
Remember, our online newsletter, Slab and Sheet, appears on alternate Wednesdays. For notes and a transcript of this podcast, go to www.radiostoneupdate.com. For Radio Stone Update, I'm Kay Shipper, and we'll see you here again soon.
This edition of Radio Stone Update has been sponsored by Quantra, manufacturers of quartz surfaces made with up-to-the-minute Italian technology in yet another brand-new state-of-the-art factory. Learn more at www.quantra.in.